Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt. We do the beer stuff here. Time and material, son. A little bit of this is a weird beer, by the way. It's a Boulevard of Imperial creams. That is the creepiest name in the history of beer names that I've ever heard in my life. It sounds like a really cheesy porno movie title. Kind of makes me like it a little bit more. It's a barrel-aged cream ale with coffee that contains lactose. You see it all written right there. This is not my first barrel-aged cream ale. I don't know if the other ones I've had contain lactose. Carton Brewing by us does Imperial cream ale. A bunch of different variations of it. So I've actually had beers like this before. So I'm kind of pumped to dive into it. 10% alcohol by volume, canned almost about a month ago. On the side here, it actually says, we partnered with our long-standing friends at Lost Shoe to do a riff on their Grandeur Boulevard series of cream ales featuring their house-roasted coffee. We built our beer around a base of locally grown malt and corn from Valley Malt in Hadley, Mass. And put the beer to rest in Caribbean rum barrel. After an extended slumber, we finally blended it with Lost Shoe's freshly roasted Guatemala coffee and Madagascar Nilla beans. Okay, what's the color? Barrel-aged cream ale. So the cream ale should be it should look like a Vienna lager, kind of Kolschy. Okay, dark Vienna lager. Kind of what I expected, to be honest with you. Label-wise, it's alright. I don't hate on Time Materials labels. It's a picture of coffee beans. The layout's thoughtful. Just that name, man. It is like that. I don't even know. TTB didn't. You didn't put this through TTB. I'm going to tell you right now. But I don't know if they let that through. Anyway, blowing up a spot. Yeah, it looks darker on camera than it actually is. Comes off very much kind of like ESB in color. Almost even like airing towards like a low ABV barley wine. It's quite dark. Tan colored head. Malty body. It doesn't look like a cream ale. Let's put it that way. As far as looks go, if I look at this and I don't know what the beer is, I'm like, that's not a cream ale. Let's see what the nose has. You definitely get coffee. You get vanilla. You get a caramel, but you get a big buttery component. And this is where it's going to be really hard to kind of separate what's what here. Because the biggest thing I get from Caribbean rum is butter. I'm not a big rum fan, but I love Caribbean rum because it has this kind of buttery kind of thing going on that I really dig. And a cream ale that's kind of comes off as super diacetyl-y, or at least your brain tries to think that way. So I'm trying to disconnect because it's almost certainly coming from that rum. At least for me, that's how I perceive it. Big coffee. That marriage, I should say, better wording there, of that lactose and vanilla works quite well. It's almost like, the cream in your coffee. Again, Carton does this, so it's kind of a thing I've done a bunch of. Beer-wise, I dig it. I dig the nose. I like it. I'm really curious to see how it tastes, though, so we're just going to dive right in. Cheers, y'all. It's a fun flavor combination. So, what you're getting here is you're getting a blonde barley wine. Is what you're getting. You're not really getting a cream ale. Again, you're talking about a 10% Imperial cream ale. That's kind of what blonde barley wine is, so it's not like I'm really poo-pooing all over it. Malty, sweet. Like sucking candy kind of sweet. The coffee here, for me, is probably the most disjointed portion of it. It's bittery, but acidic at the same time. I'm getting a bittering portion, so I'm sure that's a hop combination. I'm sure it's also a bitter stringency from a malt and coffee combination. But the coffee comes off as more of an acidic, like poopier coffee. To be perfectly honest with you, not a great batch of coffee. It tastes like pot's been sitting around a little bit too long kind of coffee. That combination of the lactose and the vanilla bean works really well with the coffee. It adds that kind of dollop of cream and sugar to it that I enjoy. And then it's a fun combination. I mean, like, not to keep bringing them up, but Carton's hit on it, and they've done really, really well with their coffee series. So I dig on it. Mouthfeel's fine, especially for an Imperial / cream ale / blonde barley wine. The biggest kind of knock, if I'm going to really knock it, is it just all the flavors do come off as disconnected. It tastes like a beer mixed with some rum, mixed with some vanilla, lactose, mixed with some coffee. It doesn't come off as cohesive for me. It very much, the individual ingredients are in and of themselves. They're not all part of the same song. And that's probably my biggest kind of gripe with it. The flavor profile is fun. Like, I like these kind of beers. I like when these beers kind of take these kind of chances, do these fun kind of things. But I think the chef's kiss, not even chef's kiss, the most important part is to have them work in concert and work together to make a fun kind of combination of a beer. That's where it just kind of comes off a little bit, just, again, disjointed, disconnected, a little bit kind of individualistic for me. But the flavors are cool, combined, put together in a little bit different, a la / my words, not everybody else's better way. I think it'd be really something super fun, super killer. Yeah. That's it. Not negative. There's really not much. There's no off flavor. There's no perception of acid or anything like that on taste. It was just that kind of rum buttery thing on the nose for me. There's no negative to the beer as far as off flavor, and the flavors are expressive and explosive, and it's very much, you're drinking something of high ABV, and it's not kind of being meek or any of that. Just like I said, it'd be a little bit more cohesive if I'm going to do anything. That'd be my biggest want from this beer. So there you go. Is it one of the better Imperial cream coffee ales that I've had? I mean, that's, come on. It's a fun beer. It's not one of my favorite beers I've had as of late, but it's a fun beer, and I'm glad I got to try it. So there you go. Time Materials. Have y'all had them? I'm kind of curious to see if any of you have had their beers. Brian's super good dude. Makes a bunch of fun beer. Ships directly to customers. So if you're up there in the New England area, definitely check him out. I got a couple more beers of his in the fridge I got to review. So yeah. Have you had any of their stuff? Have you had this beer? If you have, please let me know. I'm really curious to see what you think of this beer. And yeah, all that stuff. Put it down there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're enjoying an Imperial cream coffee right now. We'll see you next time. Cheers all.